Hello everyone, today we are going to understand polynomials. What are polynomials? An algebraic expression in which the variables involved have only whole number powers is called a polynomial. Before we dive deeper, let's clarify some important terms. A variable is denoted by a symbol that can take any real value, often represented by letters such as x, y, z, etc. Algebraic expressions are the building blocks of polynomials. Expressions like 2x, 3x, minus x, and minus 1 upon 2x show us how variables and constants interact in algebra. Let's look at an example to see polynomials in a more practical context. Consider the expression x plus 10. If we want to calculate the area of a rectangle with length x and breadth x plus 10, we use the formula area is equal to length into breadth, which gives us area is equal to x into x plus 10, or area is equal to x square plus 10x. Now that we've seen an example, let's talk about polynomials in more detail. Polynomials are algebraic expressions with variables, coefficients, and exponents, where the exponents are whole numbers. For instance, x square plus 2x and minus x cube plus 4x square plus 7x minus 2 are examples of polynomials. In these expressions, each part like x square or 2x is called a term, and each term has a coefficient. Within the world of polynomials, there are some special types. Constants like 2, minus 5, and 7 are examples of constant polynomials. And there's something called the zero polynomial, represented simply by the number 0. But remember, not every expression with variables is a polynomial. Expressions like 1 upon x minus 1, square root x plus 2 or 1 upon x square plus 2x plus 3 are not polynomials because their powers are not whole numbers. Polynomials can be denoted by symbols like p of x, q of x, or r of x, where the variable is x. Examples include p of x equals to x square plus 5x minus 3, r of y equals y cube plus y plus 1. S of u equals to minus u square plus 6u power 5. Q of x equals x cube minus 1. Do you know how polynomials are named? They are named based on their degree. The degree of a polynomial is the highest power of its variable. For example, in 3x power 7 minus 4x power 6 plus x plus 9, the degree is 7. Constant polynomials have a degree of 0. A polynomial of degree 1 is called a linear polynomial. Examples include expressions like 2x minus 3, square root 3x plus 5 and x minus 2 upon 11. Similarly, a polynomial with a degree of 2 is known as a quadratic polynomial. The name quadratic comes from quadrate, meaning square, indicating the square power. For example, 2x square plus 3x minus 2 upon 5, y square minus 2, to minus x square plus root 3x. A quadratic polynomial in x is of the form ax square plus bx plus c, where the highest power of x is 2, where a, b, c are real numbers and a is not equal to 0. A polynomial of degree 3 is called a cubic polynomial. For example, x cube minus 8, square root 2x cube and x cube minus 2x square plus x minus 1. The most general form of a cubic polynomial is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, where the highest power of x is 3, where a, b, c, d are real numbers and a is not equal to 0. To give you a clearer picture, let's consider some examples. A polynomial like x power 5 minus x power 4 plus 3 has a degree of 5, showing us the broad range of polynomials we can encounter based on their highest power of x. Similarly, q of x equals to minus y square minus y cube plus 2x power 8 has degree 8. An interesting aspect of polynomials is their zeros. If k is a zero of p of x equals ax plus b, x equals k, p, k is equal to 0, ak plus b equals 0. K equal to minus b upon a, 0 of polynomial is equal to minus b upon a is equal to constant term upon coefficient of x. Does this happen in the case of other polynomials too? For example, are the zeros of a quadratic polynomial also related to its coefficients? You know that a real number k is a zero of the polynomial p of x if p of k equals 0. But why are the zeros of a polynomial so important? Let us try to understand this. A polynomial in one variable of degree n is written as a(n)x raised to the power n plus a(n minus 1) into x raised to the power n minus 1 up to a into x plus a power 0, where a power 0, a power 1 are constant and a power n equals 0. This general form helps in understanding the polynomial's complexity and behavior. Every polynomial has a graphical representation that gives us visual insight into its properties, such as the number of zeros, which is linked to its degree. For instance, a linear polynomial's graph is a straight line intersecting the x-axis of one point. For a linear polynomial ax plus b where a is not equal to 0, the graph of y is equal to ax plus b is a straight line which intersects the x-axis at exactly one point minus b upon a. Here we can see the graphical representation of the polynomial. P of x equals to x plus 1. Y is equal to 2x plus 1. For x equal to minus 2, y equals to x plus 1 equals 2 into minus 2 plus 1 equals minus 3. For x equal to 0, y equals 2 into x plus 1 equals 2 into 0 plus 1 equals 1. Moving on, an essential concept in working with polynomials is factorization. The factor theorem helps us understand how a polynomial can be broken down into simpler parts, making it easier to analyze and solve. If p of x is a polynomial of degree n greater than 1 and a is any real number, then x minus a is a factor of p of x if and p of a equals 0, if x minus a is a factor of p of x. Lastly, polynomials are closely tied to algebraic identities, equations that hold true for all values of the variables involved. These identities are powerful tools in simplifying polynomial expressions and solving polynomial equations. Identity 1. X plus y whole squared equals x square plus 2xy plus y square. Identity 2. X minus y whole squared equals x square minus 2xy plus y square. Identity 3. X square y square equals x plus y into x minus y. Identity 4. X plus a into x plus b equals x square plus a plus b whole into x plus ab. Identity 5. X plus y plus z whole squared equals x square plus y square plus z square plus 2xy plus 2yz plus 2zx. Identity 6. X plus y whole cube equals x cube plus y cube plus 3xyx plus y. Identity 7. X minus y whole cube equals x cube plus y cube minus 3xyx minus y. Identity 8. X cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz equals x plus y plus z whole into x square plus y square plus z square minus xy minus yz minus zx. We hope that you have understood the topic. You can now study chapter notes, watch video lectures and solve MCQ tests of this chapter on Edurif to ensure you score well in your school exams. And that's not all. You also get amazing courses for maths, science, English, Hindi, and much more for class 9. Thank you.